Aries. Aries symbol as the Sun comes into alignment with retrograde Venus today. It's a critical time for re-evaluating your projects and goals, dear Aries. You're in an excellent position to understand your needs now. You see things differently during this Venus retrograde, and areas of discontent are more prominent than usual. Recent revelations can motivate you to begin fresh, and this is especially true regarding money, business, public image, and relationships. You have a window into the past, and you can now see more clearly where you've chased the wrong things or steered in a direction that took you further from yourself. Based on this insight, you will likely redefine your goals and values in the coming weeks. It's time to seek a more authentic path. Taurus. Taurus symbol. It's a powerful time to make peace with the past and start fresh, dear Taurus. Motivation and energy build to approach your life and relationships with more authentic expectations. A new perspective on the past can lead to a redefining of some of your beliefs, ideals, goals, and dreams. You might also more clearly see what approaches or expectations you had in the past that sent you along the wrong path. Take some time to set up new intentions now that you know your heart better. There can be a sense of emotional renewal and a fresh start or a new beginning based on current revelations about what you love and value the most. Still, with Venus still retrograde, be patient with plans as feelings evolve. Gemini. Gemini symbol. It's a powerful time for personal revelations, dear Gemini, particularly about past relationships and projects. You can be in the position to put something behind you once and for all. Beginning anew on the level of feelings and affections can figure strongly. You see your relationships and attachments in an all-new light, which can prompt a new plan of action. It's possible you receive further information about a past relationship that can be eye-opening, helping with closure. Even if things get nowhere or seem to go backward, it's a necessary process for illuminating where you stand and what you will take forward with you into the future. A bit of detachment can help you. Your redefined needs can lead to a brand new approach to going after what you want in life financially and emotionally. In particular, intimate relationships can benefit from a new start or vision going forward. You have the power to put a limiting attachment behind you now. Cancer. Cancer symbol. The Sun and retrograde Venus align today, dear Cancer. It not only indicates we're about midway through the retrograde Venus cycle, but it's also a time for getting closer to your true feelings about a relationship. You've been looking to the past regarding relationships, and some might even say you've been stuck there. Unresolved issues may have been a fixation. However, you're now at a point where you can learn from past mistakes and put unhealthy attachments behind you. Learning new things about a previous relationship can figure strongly. Or, you might open your eyes to something, as you're now truly ready to see it. Through these revelations, you might gain further insight into an old problem or reconnect with someone from your past, which sparks a new approach. Aim to set intentions and goals that better reflect your redefined wants and needs, as well as your expectations of others with this new beginning energy that's strong for a fresh start or turning point. The focus should be on strategy and plans of action rather than quick maneuvers for best results. Leo. This is a time for gaining insight into unresolved matters from the past, dear Leo. There are some things you may never know, but you still benefit from putting them behind you. Fortunately, powerful energy is with you for doing so. You're turning over a new leaf, mainly related to work, health, and relationship matters. Motivation builds to make changes or to pursue a new path that improves your life. An attitude change is possible in light of recent revelations, as you now see more clearly where you chased the wrong things in the past. You might make resolutions to change these patterns, and you have extra support from the cosmos. The Sun aligns with retrograde Venus today, making it a fine time for looking back at old jobs, projects, and even working relationships for insight into current issues. With today's new beginning energy and your unique vision, you might decide to change unproductive or unsatisfying patterns. You might aim to bring more harmony and beauty to your daily affairs and routines. Virgo. The Sun shines its light on your past as it aligns with retrograde Venus today, dear Virgo, particularly relating to romantic relationships or opportunities gone by. Fortunately, you can feel motivated to make things better. While dwelling on the past is not productive, it can be helpful right now to review past attitudes, events, and feelings. With new insight into past relationships, you're going forward with a new set of expectations and redefined needs. You'll be reorienting yourself on an improved course, emotionally speaking. Seeing matters with new eyes makes it so much easier to seek out those people and things that truly fit your life as it stands now for your evolved, and evolving, self. Aim to re-evaluate critical areas of your life, mainly related to creativity, hobbies, romance, and friendship, in terms of whether or not they genuinely fulfill you. Some of you can reconnect with an old love or friend, or you may be learning something new about a previous relationship. Libra. Venus continues its retrograde period until January 29 and is now midway through the cycle, dear Libra, meeting up with the Sun today. During this retrograde period, you're redefining and refining what you find valuable and worth your while. It's a fine time to view matters from an entirely different perspective, particularly family relationships, home life, living conditions, and projects or studies. Especially with insights gained now, you'll be better positioned to understand your needs and values and make decisions accordingly. Reconnecting ties with people you love may prove particularly satisfying now. It's an excellent time for discovering previously hidden or overlooked information. You could be working on problems with family or in the home or making solid plans to improve things. In many ways, you're wiping the slate clean and ready to begin anew. Scorpio. There can be a strong focus today on matters of the heart, dear Scorpio. With the Sun conjunct retrograde Venus, you're beginning to see past relationships and expectations in a different light. In the process, you're redefining what you now want and need from your connections. You might learn something new that gives you a little more clarity on a matter that has confused or even haunted you. Further information can surface that shines a light on a past issue, or you could make a connection with someone from your past. Either way, you can feel as if you're starting fresh. It's a strong time for resolving to put negative attitudes behind you and pursue your true heart's desires from now on. There can be a chance to redo a significant project or return to a project or research that once seemed to be a lost cause. You may recognize a line of study, personal interest, or another calling that's a better fit for you. Sagittarius. The Sun aligns with retrograde Venus in your solar second house today, dear Sagittarius, and you might get a second chance or new look at a project, purchase, or relationship. The insight you gain now helps you begin anew and clears the slate for newly defined goals. You might find it easier than usual to let go of personal possessions or other attachments that are cluttering your life, both literally and figuratively speaking. Desires illuminate, and they can surprise you. A bit of detachment can help you understand what you truly value and need, and with this new information, you're setting out on a new path. It's probably not the best day for buying a high-priced item, but you may look at money matters from a new and helpful perspective. Turn your attention to things you already have and think about how you can rework or recycle them. The moon moves into harmony with your sign today, boosting your mood and sense of fun. Capricorn. Today is powerful for setting up new goals, intentions, and resolutions, dear Capricorn, with the recent new moon in your sign and retrograde Venus aligning with the Sun in Capricorn today. You have the opportunity to start anew, especially since you may have recently seen yourself, your relationships, and your experiences in a whole new light. You may be redefining what you want and need from your relationships. It's also a time for a personal reinvention of sorts. You might decide to remake your image. You have considerably more impact than usual regarding charm, personal manner, and appeal right now, even if you're a little aloof or distant on an emotional level. At the same time, there can be a focus on the past, although it's not about dwelling or getting stuck there. Instead, it's about learning from what's happening in the rearview mirror and making better choices for yourself in the future. Being patient now will bring you the most long-term rewards. Aquarius. Retrograde Venus and the Sun come together today, dear Aquarius, and the past illuminates in a meaningful way. Your focus may very well be on love and past relating patterns. More information may well surface about a private issue that will help you make better plans and future decisions. You may be a little clearer about which actions to take based on recent revelations. For now, process and digest things rather than finalize. That's what retrograde Venus is about, and we're about halfway through. You're in a wonderful position to start fresh on an emotional level. It's an excellent time for putting dysfunctional attachments or attitudes behind you, especially those related to relationships. Even so, you're still in a phase in which you're reevaluating your feelings, taking your time, and perhaps reconsidering some projects. Pisces. Retrograde Venus meets with the Sun today, dear Pisces, and new information about old issues can come to light. The focus is on past matters, particularly related to old projects and friends and lovers. You might learn something about, or make contact with, someone from your past. There may be a need to cut something out, such as superfluous goals. You have a better view of what is tripping you up, leading you to improvements. In the coming days, you'll come to a better understanding of your friendship and love needs, and a fresh take on long-term projects is on the horizon as well. It's time for a new approach to friendship matters, group connections, or long-term happiness goals and projects. You could have new motivation to go forward with different expectations and demands in these areas.